Hi guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. So today I will be talking about pageantry, and don't worry, I'm gonna give you also some pageant tips. So catch me in a second. Around 17 years old, so I started doing some research. Really didn't know about that much about pageantry. I was doing some research and then it happened to be that the first thing that came out was about Miss Earth. Most of the people think that when you join beauty pageants, it's all about beauty, but it's actually not like that, because when you get into pageantry, each of the candidates has an advocacy and each of the candidates has a reason why they are there. I was also doing some volunteering. Near my city, there is this area where they actually help children and teach them how to respect the earth, and it was just with small activities, and we were helping children and teaching them somehow in small ways how to help Mother Earth. The first pageant that I joined was Miss Earth. I just joined. I had no idea on how to walk on heels. I had no idea on how to put on makeup. I went there with a very strong advocacy, and as well I shared my experience during my volunteering days, and happened to be I won like 4th runner-up. In 2013, I didn't have any idea that it was going to be held in the Philippines. I went back on the following year, which was 2014. After doing all my research, bringing my project, sharing my advocacies, and everything, happened to be that in 2014 I won. I was able to represent Italy in an international pageant which was held in the Philippines. I was really happy that I was representing Italy, and back in the Philippines where I had this international competition, and I was carrying the name of Italy, and I never knew that I would actually reach that far. All of my dreams. When I arrived there in the Philippines, there was this guard that was carrying my card with written Miss Earth Italy 2014 beatrice.valente. Well, actually, I arrived in the airport, and I arrived together with Miss Hungary, Miss Puerto Rico, other candidates. I met a lot of beautiful ladies from all around the world, very humble girls, very kind, and with a very strong advocacy. They were also very beautiful, and I was super happy as well because the winner that year is my friend. I also had those moments where some of the candidates were helping me on putting on my makeup. Some were also teaching me how to walk. I had my close friend. She's a very, very kind person, a very humble person, Miss Chile. Miss Chile gave me her gown, her evening gown in the end. During the final night, she helped me. A lot of girls really helped me during that time. Some of my relatives back in the Philippines, after so many years that I wasn't able to see them, and what happened actually was that we were around, I think 90, from what I remember, we were around, I think 90 candidates, and we were divided into 3 groups. And another group as well went to another island in the Philippines, and my group went actually in one of the islands near where actually I lived when I was really young. So it happened to be that my relatives were able to reach the city where we had the talent competition, and I was able to see them. I was able to improve myself by learning through other candidates. I had the best version of myself after the competition. After I went back to Italy, I continued my volunteering, and happened to be that in 2015, one designer of Milan contacted me and asked me if I was available to do this casting, because they were searching for one lady out of these ladies. They were searching for one lady that was going to represent all the Filipino community back in the Philippines. That I did this casting in Milan, and it happened to be that I was selected to do a pageant in Milan with other candidates. My advocacy was about how strong the Filipinos, always hardworking people, very humble, working hard every single day of their life just to help their families here in Italy and back in the Philippines as well. So my advocacy was about this. And that night I tried to underline and carry this advocacy that I had. Filipino designer who did a lot of beautiful dresses that I was able to wear that night. Thanks to that night, I was able to win Miss Republic of the Philippines, Italy. Thanks to this, I was able to represent all the community, Filipino community here in Italy, in the Philippines. And when I arrived there, I did my international competition. Actually, Miss Republic of the Philippines is a wonderful competition because competition with all the beautiful and very intelligent Filipinas all around the world and in the Philippines. Thanks to this competition, I was also able to improve more and more day by day. And it happened to be that I won Miss Republic of the Philippines International 2015.
Well, this is a photo with my dad in a smaller plane. He's my biggest inspiration of my life. And what he taught me is we are the ones who drive the plane of our dreams. If we wait the right time and the right moment, we never do the first step. That is why I am here, ready to drive the plane of my dreams and win the crown. Thank you.
So after winning Miss Republic of the Philippines International 2015, I know that something in me changed. I know that I was the best version of myself. And when I won Miss Republic of the Philippines International 2015, I knew that I was happy because I was the best version of myself. And I had the chance to improve myself day by day with the help of a lot of wonderful Filipinos that helped me those times. Then back here in Italy actually in 2015, I knew in my heart that I really wanted to join Miss Philippines, called Binibining Pilipinas. And I knew that I had to finish my studies first to be able to do this. After the last pageant that I did, I went back to Italy. I finished my study first. I was able to graduate. Then I traveled for a few months. After finishing traveling for a few months, I saved money. The money that I saved by modeling, by working as a waitress, I was able to save this money and use it to go to the Philippines. On October 2016, I decided to buy my own plane ticket and to go to the Philippines. And I had this in my mind that I really wanted to join. I knew that it was something that would really probably scare me a lot. But I just knew in my heart that it was something that I really wanted to. And when I went there, when I arrived in the Philippines, I knew that I saved money, but I knew that it was not enough to live for 7 or 8 months in the Philippines, because I arrived a few months before the new year because I wanted to train myself in this wonderful training camp. I flew to the Philippines that much early because I knew that I had to go to this training camp in the Philippines with a lot of very good mentors that I met, a lot of beautiful and good mentors with a huge heart. Actually, they helped me a lot in all my journey, throughout all my journey. I knew that the money that I had was not enough to cover all those 8 months to stay in the Philippines. So what I did in the beginning, actually I arrived in the Philippines and I asked one friend of mine if she was able to let me stay in her apartment, and of course I was sharing all the bills with her. It was the fair thing to do. So after staying in her apartment for a few months, I decided to move in Araneta City, Araneta Center, which is actually where the pageant was supposed to be held every day, where we had pageant activities every day. I knew that the apartments there were expensive for what I had. So in the beginning, I went to another apartment. In the beginning, I was sharing with other girls. In the end, I really didn't feel that comfortable in that apartment. I met one girl that actually lived also in Araneta Center, which became one of my closest friends. With her help, actually, I was able to go to a lot of castings. And I was also able to save more money to be able to pay my bills and, you know, pay my own apartment and to be able to pay my apartment as well. I remember that when I was in the Philippines, I was doing everything in one day. Like, for example, I was going to the training camp where the training camp where I started training, and called Kagandahang Flores Camp. I'm so happy that I was able to go in this training camp, because there are really wonderful mentors there that would really help you with all their hearts, and very, very humble people. So I remember that when I was in the Philippines, I was all in one day, I was going to discuss things, working as a model somehow, and I was able to save money, and I was able as well to move in another apartment where I stayed for my own. And in the meanwhile, I was also going to the gym every single day, and also I was also going to the training camp every single day, because I knew that I had to improve a lot myself before joining the most prestige pageant. So I trained October, November, December, January, and I trained with the training camp every single day. We had Q&A portion, communication skills. I improved my communication skills. We had catwalk trainings, duckwalk trainings, question and answer portion training. We are always updated with the latest news of what was happening in the world and in the Philippines. And I really give it all my best. Finally, it arrived February 2017. They started the selection of this pageantry early in the morning, and then they finished like really late night. And I remember that I was, I know that I was stronger. I was stronger for sure from the day that I arrived from the Philippines. I know that I was stronger because I did everything, I did all my best every single day from the moment I arrived in the Philippines. I was one of the last person that was actually called to be the official candidate of Binibining Pilipinas, and I was super scared in what part of myself.
I've represented already Italy and hopefully the Philippines.
But in the end I made it, and I was happy, because if I would have to remember myself of how I was in high school, I was super shy. I would really not talk to every single person that I meet, because I was a really shy person. And how far I went to, actually that was already like winning everything. And yeah, so that's how I started. Then in 2017, Binibining Pilipinas, which is Miss Philippines. I knew that I was really improving day by day, thanks to my training camp, because they taught me really a lot. They really taught me how to walk as a beauty queen, how to talk like a beauty queen, and how to act like a beauty queen, and how to have that strong mindset every single day. You remember, because if you remember where you come from, then it's even better, because it makes you have that courage to continue, that courage to improve, and that courage to make your eyes emotional when you remember yourself of how you were. And so I was really happy, because every single day I had a chance to improve myself. It wasn't really an easy journey, to be honest, because a lot of people think that beauty queens, wow, how they are beautiful on stage. Oh my God, how easy for them to be able to walk with thousands of people. But it's not that easy, to be honest, because a lot of people don't know what happens backstage. Backstage, we have all our insecurities, all our difficulties. But the thing that pushed all of us is that we have a very strong core. We have a very strong character, personality, and advocacy that makes us fight every single day to be able to improve ourselves and to be the better version of ourselves. Especially things that people don't see is all the time that we put on into the pageant to be able to, to have our goal. After doing the pageant activity all the day, I had to run to the training camp to do my training, of course, just improve myself every single day. And I was always going every single day. And I remember some moments where I really wanted to give up because I was super tired, but I never gave up. We are humans and we get scared, but we overcome the fear because of our reason, the reason why we were there. In all of this journey, I was able to meet like really kind girls, very humble girls. And the winner as well of that year is a very, very good person, very humble person with a very strong advocacy. And I'm also happy that she really did good. She really did do well and very good in the international competition as well. So one thing that I carry throughout this journey is I was another person because I improved myself and I was the better version of me. That was already like winning the world. And going back to Italy, I joined Miss Universe Italy 2018 because of all the package experience that I learned in the training camp. All the things that I learned in the training camps, all the journey that I had in the Philippines actually made me stronger. So I was able to compete in Miss Universe Italy 2018 and I was able to be one of the first 6 runners-up. I was satisfied and I knew that I did all my best, and I knew that probably that would be the end of the pageant journey. And now I would really love to give you some tips. So for all of those ladies out there that would really love to join pageant, never give up. And if you feel scared, it's because something important is going to happen in your life. And if you feel scared, it's normal. If you feel that you don't believe in yourself, don't worry, because you will always improve throughout your journey. As I told in past vlogs that I made, that if you don't give it a try, one of the worst things in life that could happen is to regret something. One thing that you cannot get back is time. Overcome your fear by knowing the reason why you are there. One thing that you can get back in this journey, of course, is your self-improvement. Never, never give up. You may feel really uncomfortable a lot of times in your life. All those things are normal because you're stepping out to your comfort zone. And one of the most beautiful things in life are actually out of the comfort zone. To end up this vlog, I hope that this vlog actually inspired a lot of ladies out there that would really love to join pageants. That it's normal to be afraid. You just have to think that every single day is a day to improve. And one day you will just look back and see yourself, best version of yourself, and that's already winning the world. I really hope you like this vlog, and if you like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. And guys, to be able to see my future vlogs, just subscribe and click on the notification button so that you don't miss out any other future vlogs. Thank you for watching, and see you on my next vlogs. Bye!